Hello everyone, today we're talking about XRP and XLM. Now in yesterday's video we talked about XDC's place in the new financial system. We're talking about BRICS here when it comes to Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, the OG members and the other members being Bangladesh and the UAE. Now talking about going back to the gold standard, here a tweet, breaking news, it was breaking news yesterday, China's central bank says it's added 32 tons of gold worth around $1.8 billion to its reserve. And also another member, Indian entities can hedge gold price risk. Now, very, very interesting. We're seeing Russia as well. The reserves double, triple, quadruple in the past decade or so. Preparing going back to the gold standard, we're going to see 20 odd commodities being priced in ounces of gold. That is the main topic of today's video. Not really, but where do these cryptocurrencies lie when it comes to their root utility? So XLM, peer-to-peer payments, retail, and remittances for any currency, and an XRP being a global liquidity bridge. Technically, this video should be an hour long, but it's going to be about 10 minutes. A lot of value. Please leave a like down below. Without further ado, here we go. Okay, so it's important to mention that the actual thumbnail is a typo. It should be XRP and XLM because they both have different utility and it's pretty evident in today's video. Now, in regards to BRICS and XRP, before we go into XLM, when it comes to BRICS, they have the advantage when it comes to XRP and the ODL because essentially the US is behind with the whole case in Ripple versus the SEC when it comes to XRP and the ODL. And we know these BRICS nations have been testing CBDCs since earlier April this year and probably before that. An XRP could be a settlement asset between these CBDCs. And we're going to talk about that later on in the video. But here we have XLM and its main purpose, the true disruption of remittances. Only possible now with USDC, Stellar, and MoneyGram. There's a little paragraph down here that I want to read very quickly. So we can see here. There's a new partnership between Stellar and MoneyGram that achieves these three items. The partnership between Stellar and MoneyGram allows for USDC to be fungible for cash in 400,000 locations in 197 countries with no fees because it has achieved efficiencies through the cheap and fast Stellar blockchain. I would argue that this is the first true disruption to remittances ever. Here is a video of it being used in non-custodial Stellar wallet. This is Stellar XLM's forte right now and going forward. They're positioned, or XLM is positioned, to still be a leader in being the bridge between fiat and cryptocurrency. The bridge between fiat and cryptocurrency. That is literally insane. These are real payments we are talking about here. TPS, realtps.net, usually Stellar is at the top. They're second now, but usually they're at the top of the list. Going forward, MoneyGram actually adds fees also. If they can stay at the top of the game, it will be true disruption. Here we can see here remittances and actually a use case, a solution with Felix, Pago, and Bitsu. Felix, a WhatsApp-based payments platform, enables US Latino immigrants to send money, partners with Bitso, the largest cryptocurrency platform in Latin America, to speed up remittance from days to seconds. This is huge. If you think about remittances like here in general, when you're sending money to maybe another family member in a different country, sometimes you're paying fees of 7%. That is just not feasible, especially in poorer countries. With XLM, you're paying a fraction of a cent. Now here we have my map. I want to go over certain parts, but the first thing is Pendulum and Spacewalk with Stellar, enabling DeFi protocols with on/off ramps for institutions/users. Probably the most important part going forward when it comes to CBDCs in relation to BRICS, CBDCs backed by gold and so on, how XRP and XLM actually relate to that current situation. Let's think about BITT. Their partnership makes it easy for money authorities to issue CBDCs when it came to the issuance of the Nigeria CBDC, and they are actually stakeholders in the Ukraine CBDC that will run through Stellar, where Stellar is acting as a network provider. And did you also know that when it comes to Stellar for CBDCs, it was built precisely with this use case in mind? And will Stellar be involved with any more CBDCs going forward? They're being rolled out very, very soon and as we speak. This partnership is so important, helping money authorities with the issuance of CBDCs. Very, very interesting. That's pretty much it for Stellar right now. Should have made it a lot longer, but that is the focus that they are doing. CBDCs going forward when it comes to remittances and retail, disrupting that whole market like we talked about earlier on. I want to talk about XRP now when it comes to liquidity. So here we have the National Bank of Belgium expects to close the current financial year with a loss, estimated to be in the range of 600 million to 800 million euros. We also have here more debt back on Monday. BIS warns of $80 trillion of hidden FX swap debt. How do you get rid of debt? With liquidity. What is one of Ripple XRP's use cases? On-demand liquidity. Realizing that XRP is a bridge asset and liquidity is everything, and liquidity starts with a neutral bridge asset. Liquidity is needed when it comes to a financial system. It assures deep liquidity, right? And also XRP, so it's moving value. When CBDCs are in place, it will be facilitating and moving that value. Here we also have BIS. We just had their BIS warns of $80 trillion of hidden FX swap debt. Here we have the quarterly review, December 2022, and on page 88, which I will go to right now, we can see availability of PVP settlement for foreign exchange currency pairs. Part down here that I want to read. So we can see one new solution allows users to synchronize settlement on the accounts of multiple nostril providers using DLT, rather than settling over the accounts of a single institution, as the feature of payments may involve the use of multiple CBDCs. Who does that sound like to you? Maybe just speculation. You know, when you think about the current system where there's intermediaries at every single process, there's low global liquidity. XRP is a jurisdictionless asset here, removing the need for nostril/fostral. Now, quickly going forward to CBDCs, I want to play a little clip from Brad Garlinghouse in an interview where CBDCs, will they have a role in the future? And he says here, we're trying to position XRP as that bridge asset.
I view these as separate pieces. Central bank CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, I think may have a role in the future of crypto. Ripple has publicly announced several countries we're working with, where countries, to your point, are doing pilots and testing, issuing central bank, really stable coins of a fiat on the XRP ledger. Those are countries like Romania and Bhutan. Right now, I view those as tests. Separately, I mean, those are all stable coins, right? They're tied to a fiat. Separately, obviously, you have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, like XRP, that trade independent of any fiat. I don't view as one versus the other, and Ripple has always taken the point of view that these are complementary. We're trying to work with the industry, and at the end of the day, if you have a plethora of CBDCs, you still have the need to settle from the British pound to the Argentinian peso, and we're really trying to position XRP because it's so scalable, because it's so cheap per transaction, so fast, as that bridge asset.
You heard it from the man himself. Even though CBDCs increase blockchain efficiency, there's still problems when it comes to international transactions. Specifics when it comes to regulations within countries, causing delays. XRP solves this. Read this one more time again. I read it a couple of videos ago. Shout out again to XX1133122211. Ripple design CBDCs provide means to bridge currencies with XRP, allows efficient cross-asset and cross-border transactions. The IMF has stated that CBDCs have great potential, but they do not solve every single issue. You need a global bridge asset like XRP. Also, when it comes to market makers, XRP gets its value as counter asset in liquidity pool tokens, a bridge asset. As I have said, when ODL volume goes up, market maker volume goes up, more purchasing from business or to do business from their side, then XRP price goes up. Do not sleep on this. Research more when it comes to market makers with the XRP ledger. That's pretty much it for today's video. These videos seriously need to be longer. I need to do a video, like an hour-long video with XTC, XRP, and XLM. They're not 10-minute videos. There's so much more to get into with these assets going forward within the financial system. Obviously, as well, I have to mention, when it comes to CBDCs, don't refuse to look up projects because they're involved with corporations or things along the nature of CBDCs. You're going to miss out on potential, a huge opportunity, and they're going to carry on whether you invest or not. As an investor, I'm emotionless. I don't really... I'm trying to see which asset is going to make me the most money. I'm not going to not invest in something. Essentially, the technology itself is pure. It's people that are evil, and people are always going to be evil. It's a yin and yang. It's good and bad. It's always going to happen. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below. Let me know more when it comes to XRP and the global liquidity bridge, when it comes to peer-to-peer remittances, retail, XLM. Let me know any more use cases down below. But, made this far in the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like down below, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.